welcome back to the Library of the Silly Wife. If you hear a very strange sound, it's my dryer and it's squeaking. I just wanted to hop on here today and talk to you a little bit about where I'm at for Nonfiction November. It's a Saturday. It's a beautiful day. My family is going to be hanging up Christmas lights and decorating for Christmas, and I'm so happy about that. And so I just thought, you know what? Before we all get started, I'm going to hop on here and talk about Nonfiction November. Now, as you know, Nonfiction November happens in November, where you're supposed to read nonfiction, and we've been given 4 prompts, and the first prompt that I always can remember is voice. And if you remember, I've already done my reading for the prompt voice, and it was this one, The Story of the Trapp Family Singers by Maria Augusta Trapp. I've already talked to you about this. I gave it 5 stars, really for personal reasons, probably more than its writing style, although writing style I thought would be 4 stars anyway. But I'm not going to insult your intelligence by talking to you about this one again. Just know that I did finish it, I loved it, and this was my pick for the prompt voice. Now for the second prompt, that one is, the one I remember anyway, is design. And I stretched it a little bit as best I could on this one. I love the design of the cover of this book, and I've shown it to you before, and it is the swamp fox, and really the camera doesn't do it justice. I'm going to scooch up just a smidgen, and hopefully you can see. I think this is a beautiful book. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Come to find out, this color of the swamp is legit. That's really what color this particular swamp is. So I thought that was kind of cool. And you learn that in this book. Now, I am still in the middle of this one. I have not finished it yet. Again, it's The Swamp Fox by John Aller. And it is the story of Francis Marion, basically how Francis Marion saved the American Revolution. I'm learning a lot in this book, so I can't wait to give you a full review whenever I finish it. I know that if you were watching my reading vlog, you might have noticed I was concerned because it looked a little lengthy. And I was worried, while it's not lengthy in, relative to other books, really, I was concerned that because of my own limited amount of time, since I'm a homeschool mom, whether I would be able to get to it, plus any others for Nonfiction November. But I made a little discovery after I made that video, and that is, from this little marker on, so for almost a quarter of this book, that's notes. That's author's notes and bibliography and so forth. And I kind of skimmed through the notes, and they're not the kind of notes that you need to read necessarily. Some of them are, but some of them are really not. They're mostly, where the guy found his information. So that is helpful when it comes to getting through one in a short amount of time. So I'm about halfway through this book now, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'll talk to you about it whenever I get it finished. Now, my next book that I'm actually reading right now, and it is for the prompt true, is a true crime book. It's a true crime story, and it's called Innocent Victims, and it's by Scott Wisnant. Now, I have to tell you, first of all, this one I picked because, my dog is trying to come visit me. I picked this one because my book club, it was the book club pick for this month. I have not been in my book club. I mean, they still consider me a member, but I haven't been able to go to their meetings in 2 years, I think, something like that, due to a schedule conflict, and there's just nothing I can do about it at this point. So, but I am free on this particular meeting night, and so I'm going to get to go. And so I thought, hey, I better read the book. So, just so happens that it is a nonfiction selection, and it is Innocent Victims. Now, this one is a little difficult for me to read, probably because it is the graphic murder of 2 children, 2 little girls, and their mother. It's also difficult to read because I'm reading an ebook version, and I don't think that it moved over into the ebook view very well. I don't know how to describe this exactly, but you know, when you read a book, it has divisions and separations, and it helps you to flow through each chapter. Well, all of those spacings and separations are missing in this ebook version. And so I have to be paying super close attention. Otherwise, I get a little lost about who are we talking. Are we hearing from the defense, or are we hearing from the prosecutor? And so it gets a little confusing. So I find that I really am enjoying the read a whole lot more when there's total silence in the house, when the kids are working diligently on independent work or something like that. If the TV's on, forget it. If everybody's talking, I'm really struggling to follow it. Plus, I kind of have in my mind that they've arrested the wrong man, and that gives me stress. So we're going to find out by the end, is the guy they arrested the real killer or not? At least I hope we're going to find out. I'm going to be upset if this is one of those books where they never find out who really did it. Oh, I hate those. Well, anyhow, so that's what I'm reading for Nonfiction November right now. I've got 1 week left to come up with a book about, to go with the prompt sport. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't know if I'm going to get to that. Like I say, I've got a week left, and we don't have school next week, so I do have plenty of time to read, but I just don't know what's going to happen. So I'll let you know how it goes. I'll let you know when I finish the other 2 that I'm reading, and I will let you know what I pick, if anything, for the prompt sport, and I'll give you an update. So I guess that's it for today, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Remember, leave any comments that you like down in the comments section. What are you reading for Nonfiction November? Anything you liked? Anything you didn't like? If you got any suggestions for me, should I decide to move on to the final prompt sport? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. See you again next time. Bye-bye.